Hello boxing fans, right now I'm chatting on about Amir versus Danny Garcia. This is the prediction. This is a bout for the WBC light welterweight title. Not sure if the WBA and IBF title is going to be on the line yet, but I wouldn't be expectant on the IBF because the IBF suck. Anyway, let's get into this fight. Okay, we got Amir Khan. He is 26 wins, 18 by way of knockout, to only one defeat. And that was a loss by KO. I do not count the Peterson fight, as he has confessed cheating in the first fight and in the build-up to the second fight, which means he's a cheat and he doesn't deserve to be on his record. And then the opponent is Danny Garcia. He is 23 fights, 14 by way of knockout, and is undefeated. The first thing that you'll see when you compare their records is the vast difference in experience. Khan has names on his record such as Maidana, Kotelnik, Judah, Barrera, Malignaggi, just to name a few. And the biggest names on Garcia's record are Kendall Holt and Eric Morales, which is vastly different if you see what I'm saying. You know, let's go stylistically. These guys are totally different also. Firstly, you've got Amir Khan, who is the ambush fighter. He lures his opponents into a false sense of security, drawing them onto him, and then he unleashes all hell with fast flurries that seem to catch the opponent off guard and they can't get out the way of the shots a lot of the time. Whereas Danny Garcia is a long range to middle range hooker. He throws more hooks than a fisherman. Okay, now I'm just going to go through the advantages, and right now the first thing that you need to know is the power advantage, and I think it's about equal. Amir Khan's power comes from his great speed, we all know that. Garcia is also a good puncher. Like I said, they both have a similar knockout percentage, if percentages are anything to work by when trying to find out power, who knows. Speed, we know that's with Amir Khan. Garcia is nothing special in terms of speed. He's nothing bad, but he's nothing special, whereas Amir Khan is in the top 3 fastest guys in boxing today. Movement is also with Amir Khan. He does have the better footwork, he's quicker, and stylistically he is suited to guys like Garcia coming forward towards him. That's going to be a problem that Garcia's got to overcome. Next is boxing ability. Khan is the much better boxer. If you fight him on the outside, he will box your socks off. Inside game, well, to be honest, neither boxer have an inside game. Khan, from middle distance, can throw in a cheeky uppercut. Just look at the Lamont Peterson fight just before the final punch deduction. He chucks in a proper nice uppercut that almost drops Lamont before the referee then deducts Amir Khan a point. And then there's also a quality body shot you'll see in the Maidana first round, or even look at the Judah KO. You see, from middle distance Khan can fight, from the inside he cannot, we know that. And Garcia stylistically has shown me nothing that he can fight on the inside. From middle distance he is dangerous from wide angles, but from the inside, no, nothing. He's not shown me nothing. Chin, well, I've got to go with Garcia on this one. He has the advantage when it comes to taking a punch. He didn't go down from Kendall Holt's punches, and we all know Amir Khan has been dropped once or twice in his career. Also that KO loss, think about that. So Garcia does have a chin, and with that power that he does have, he has a puncher's chance of beating Khan in this fight. Stamina, well, I'm going to go with Garcia with stamina, because he doesn't expand as much energy as Khan does, and we always see Khan, he seems to regress in the final few rounds of each fight. The problem is, if Garcia goes out and loses the first 8 rounds, don't expect any miracles on the scorecards, or should he? You know, fixed fights in America most recently. Khan is foreign. Garcia is an American national. You know, it will go with the trend that's been set more recently, or especially in the year 2012. You go to America as a foreigner, and you seem to lose on the scorecards no matter what. Just saying. So this is how I see the fight going, guys. You know, Garcia is hoping that Khan stands and fights with him, and he said this on numerous interviews, calling him a coward, trying to talk down his running away, because he knows that, or at least his team knows that, he cannot match Khan in a boxing match, especially a long range boxing match. He needs to get this fight to middle distance, to close distance. However, I fully expect Khan to do his running, and to draw Garcia up onto him and set him up for numerous ambushes. You see, the first 4 rounds are key to both Khan and Garcia. Garcia needs to bank some early rounds, and he's very effective in the early rounds. So if he doesn't do that very first and get his first few rounds in the bank early, then he could be staring at his first defeat. There's a problem, however, for Garcia, and he has no respect for Khan's power. However, we all know, if you're a boxing fan, that Khan's power is not based on punching power alone. It's based upon his speed. Opponents don't see the punches coming, and those are the ones that put you down. Ask Salita, KO first round. Ask Peterson, knocked down twice in the first round. Only 1 counted. And for that reason, I see Khan taking the first few rounds. And don't be surprised if there's a knockdown. I wouldn't be surprised. You can have a great chin. Garcia could have the greatest chin in boxing for all I know. But if you don't see the punches coming, you've got just as much chance of going down as Salita did. Salita's not been put down since. Think about that. Now I'm going to go on to Garcia's best shot of victory, and that is to time Khan coming in with a wide punch, also known as a hook. When Khan comes in on an ambush, he's got to start timing his punches. He's got to time his punches really well with the hooks. However, the only problem with that is Khan does not fight predictable. Look at Judah. A lot of people are going to say Judah's going to time him excellently because he's a slick fighter, southpaw. He's going to time him excellently coming in perfectly, and he couldn't do it because Khan kept switching up the shots that he was using on the inside. And this was basically the way that the embarrassing KO loss to Judah came about. It was the unpredictableness of Khan, and that all comes from the variety of shots that he throws. He doesn't always expect to land every shot. Like, he'll expect to miss 1-2 shots and then come in with another shot, and it'll actually be the power shot that he's coming in with, and he'll land that. Other times he can come in with a leading right hand hook or a leading left hand hook. He was doing it against Judah, and Judah couldn't work him out. The only problem is, and this is the main problem for them both, right? If Garcia times him perfectly, and if Khan sends in a punch straight down the pipe, what is the quickest angle from A to B? Is it straight down the pipe, or is it round the outside? Now, if you know basic math, you'll always know that going straight down the middle is always quicker than going round the outside, and that's going to be a major problem, especially for Garcia, because if he comes round the outside with a hook and Khan counts him straight down the middle, it could actually be Garcia who is getting counted and getting timed perfectly, because he'll be wide open to them shots straight down the middle. And for that reason, the fact that Khan has the speed advantage, he has a variety of shot advantage, and that Garcia will be open more often than not straight down the middle, I expect a stoppage win for Amir Khan. Tell me what you think about this fight. Follow me on Twitter, like the Facebook page.